Hey TurboTax accountants, this is video number 4 of case number 1, and the final video where we will look at itemized deductions and then how to finish up with the final review and prepare a PDF file to submit. So let's go back to step by step, and we're going to go to deductions and credits, and I'll choose what I work on. So this is also the place where we've already visited and put in the alimony. And on your handout at the top of page 2, there are some other deductions. So the first one is medical expenses. We'll start here, and technically there is a floor of $4,211 that we're not over, but just for illustration purposes, I'm going to say we did have more than that, just to show you where it comes in. So this is prescription expenses. We'll skip that and put in the $1,200 in your handout as professional fees. Now again, this technically isn't going to affect the amount of tax. I just wanted to walk through how to put in medical expenses. Facility fees would be hospitals, nursing, retirement homes. Lab fees would be x-rays and other stuff like that. And then long-term care expenses would go in here. Vision expenses for eyewear and doctors for that kind of thing. And then other supplies for medical equipment of some sort. If we had medical travel expenses, we could put them in here. In other words, if you had to go somewhere that you had to stay in a hotel or take an airplane to have some medical work done, you could deduct that. And then if you pay insurance premiums, you can deduct those as well. In this case, we don't have any of those, so we'll just get all the way through and continue on. Again, the amount for Jordan Spieth isn't large enough to be deductible, but we put them in anyway. The taxes, the state taxes have already been put in when we put in our W-2 information, but we do have some personal property tax. Let's see, those are going to be here. Oh, this is personal property taxes are listed under cars and other things you own. Yes, and the personal property tax is $205. We'll enter that in and continue. We had some charitable contributions. And that's Norwalk Medical Center. And we'll put in the donation of $300. And click done through that. And then we have tax preparation fees. Down here at the bottom, we'll go ahead and put those in. Okay. Now, again, because of the tax law, none of those are really affected our refund. We had a refund of $491, and that's still the amount that's showing. But I wanted you to get a little bit of practice putting in itemized deductions, just so that you know how that works. Now, the other income taxes would be if we had money that we paid as an extension or for estimated payments. We'll address that in future cases. This one was just intended to be simple. So let's finish this up. We're going to go to our federal review. Where it's going to ask us about health insurance. So I'm going to say, yes, I had health insurance coverage all year for Jordan. And then, no, none of these applied. And I don't have that form. So we're there. So let's go to Federal Review and see if there's anything else. It's double checking your information just to make sure that you can find any typo errors, and shows the federal refund of $491. There's your check figure, and continue. So I'm doing this video before they have put the final forms out in order for you to get started, because this is being done in January 2018. So I'm going to go ahead and continue. I have updated my program. So we'll deal with any changes that happen because, as you know, probably, there's been a change in the tax law, and those may not have made it into TurboTax yet. So, but we're going to just go ahead and go forward. And these errors or these review items are because the final forms have not been finalized yet. So, and it's asking me for some information on the employer. So I'm just going to put the zip code and state and zip code for the college just to get through this. Okay, now the final thing you need to do is to prepare a PDF file. Again, we're going with the $491 as the federal refund, and then under File, Print and Save for your records. We're going to save this as a PDF file. Now, this particular case you're not going to submit, but you will for case the case for practice, which is number 2, and the case for the exam, which will be number 3. So you'll need to be able to do this, so you can practice now. But I'm just going to prepare a PDF file for the tax return only, which is going to include all the things that are important for the tax return. So the filing instructions, the actual 1040 form, the Schedule C for the eBay sales, and then Schedule SE for self-employment tax. So I'll go ahead and save as a PDF, and I'm going to find this and put it in the appropriate spot. And when you save these things, make sure this is case 1, number 1, Mark Fronke. So make sure you put the case, and it couldn't hurt to put accounting 61, case 1, number 1, Mark Fronke. I'm putting my name in there, and I'm going to save that. This is how you're going to save it to upload it to Canvas. So thanks for listening. That concludes the case 1 videos. You can play these over and over again. I would recommend you put in this information into TurboTax for practice and make sure you get the check figure, and then you can move on to the case 2. It's case number 1, version number 2 for practice that will be submitted, and then there'll be a case number 1, version number 3, which will be the exam. Thanks for listening. I'll see you again soon.